everybody, and welcome back to Fable 2. I'm going to be doing a video today on one of the bigger quests that are available once you reach the Crucible. And this is a quest that must be done before you leave for the Spire. You can do this before the Crucible, afterwards, but it must be done before you go to the Spire or else it will disappear. So this quest is called Defender of the Light. It's a rather big quest, 750 renown you'll get for it, and it is to protect the Temple of Light from the Temple of Shadows, essentially. So if you do this quest, you'll be aiding the monks of the temple, and if you go down, we should have the Temple of Shadows, which is the flip side to this quest. I'm going to be doing the Temple of Shadows on a different file. Each of these quests will change the look of Albion forever. So it's really important you do one of these quests. At least it is in my opinion. So we're going to be doing the good side of the quest, Defenders of the Light. And we're going to see how that goes. I'm also wearing the most ridiculous outfit just because I can, I guess. I don't have a lot of clothes on this file, so I just figured I would look really silly, random, and ridiculous. The, I guess, defense might become an issue, like I might want to wear more clothes, but I think I should be alright. I have some pretty good weapons to do this quest with. This quest isn't overly difficult, but I do recommend doing this after the Crucible. I'm doing this before, and I'm going to put it behind the Crucible recordings, just because that's more convenient for me, but you get a lot of experience from the Crucible, so anyways,
I was hoping you would return.
We need to go talk to the abbot here.
The temple is in need of a protector once more. We have always suffered at the hands of the vile cultists from the Temple of Shadows, but I fear they're preparing a major attack against us. It would seem the shadow worshippers are planning to poison the holy water in the Wellspring Cave. If that happens, the Golden Oak will die. It would mean the end of our order, perhaps even the end of the village and all its people. You helped us once before. Will you do so again?
Of course I will help you, head abbot, who took over Hammer's father's job.
Blesses us with your help again. Thank you.
Even though I look really evil. It's kind of funny.
The first thing you must do is to check the statues from which the water pours forth. Ensure they haven't been contaminated with the taint of evil. The shadow worship.
Alright, well, I'm gonna leave because it's pretty self-explanatory. The quest basically tells you anyways, and you always have the golden trail. Essentially, we need to go back to the cave where we once helped Hammer gather all the water for the golden oak to flourish when we first met her, and there are going to be a bunch of people from the Temple of Shadows attempting to mess everything up for the monks. So, pretty self-explanatory. This quest is kind of fun. It's kind of cool you get to revisit an old area. I'm going to skip past these beetles because beetles are useless and good for nothing. And we're going to go down into the caves and hopefully kick some butt. Alright, so back in the Wellspring Cave. You can hear some chanting going on in the background, so there's obviously something going on in here. Let's draw my weapon. Hopefully there's not going to be any hollow men to distract me. Although hollow men are generally pretty easy to take down anyways. It's generally not too big of an issue, but we need to visit all of the chambers and take out all the worshippers, so let's go kill some Satanists, shall we? This is essentially what this is. Let's go kill a bunch of devil worshippers before they poison water supply. That's actually a really good way to kill people. That's actually pretty smart. Now, these guys are highwaymen. I guess the highwaymen have either been hired or they're members of the Temple of Shadows. But these guys are a pain because they are very, very fast and they like to jump and they're just really a huge nuisance to deal with. So that's why I kind of recommend doing the Crucible first, because These guys are fast, they block a lot, and the faster you are and the better your attack is and things like that, the easier time you'll have with this. At least in my opinion. Of course, it's not impossible, because nothing's impossible, but I might have a little bit of a difficult time with this. Luckily, I have some magic that can help me. Maybe shoot him a couple times. Mix up the batch a little bit. There we go. And shoot that guy. Luckily, the guys doing the chance only go down with one hit. You also notice they have a really weird looking beak sort of mask. Doesn't look very menacing, really. But I guess they gotta wear something. They could be an evil bird clan. No, not really. Okay, so we've taken care of the first chamber. There's still some chanting shenanigans going on. On to the second chamber we go, which is straight ahead. Alright, take care of that guy first. And then you can hear someone talking in the background. That's kind of like the main shadow worshipper guy. If you didn't quite hear his name is Cornelius Grimm. And he's not who they worship, he's just the guy who is the main cult leader, I guess. So that's kind of interesting. We haven't really seen the Temple of Shadows in my playthrough so far because I've completely ignored it. But we'll see a chance to see who Cornelius Grimm is and what the Temple of Shadows actually is at some point. So it might be a little bit confusing because we don't actually know what they do or where they're even located or, you know, things like that, so. Alright, so that was pretty easy. I'm really low on health, though. I'm definitely gonna die at least once. I don't think I have any more healing items, but I have a lot of scarring on this guy anyways, so he's not my main character, so I don't really give a shit. Alright, hey, what's up?
You can stop me? I am channeling the natural energies of the wellspring of light and feeding my unholy powers. I cannot be harmed. Slaughter him.
Alright, and this is when the quest gets really fun, in my opinion, because they're gonna send waves of highwaymen at you. You can see I just died there, which I knew was gonna happen. Although I have a resurrection vial, so that's cool. That helps. So this is kind of cool, because this is kind of the classic gauntlet of enemies. Cornelius Grimm is invincible. There's no way you can hurt him right now. So just focus on defeating the highwaymen and any other enemies he throws your way. You gotta do this by his rules, unfortunately, which is never any fun. I didn't want my blades to attack him, but I guess my blades don't have thinking power. There we go, that's better. Blades is actually a pretty useful spell. I don't use spells very often, but Blades is kind of a cool one, especially when you level it up. I find it really good to stun people with, because I don't really see it coming, and as far as I know, it's unblockable, unlike sword attacks. So it's kind of cool. Cornelius Grimm and I are sporting the same magic. There we go. Oh, I thought he was dead. There we go. Now he's dead.
Those were but mortal men, hired with promises and gold. Now, witness the true power of the shadows. Arise!
Alright, and now he's going to summon some undead for us to fight, so... Oh, I can't wait for this. I love fighting hordes of undead. I actually do. They're one of my favorite enemies, which I have mentioned several times before. But I don't know, I like fighting the undead. I think that they're fun. They're easy to destroy. And there's always a lot of them, so it's just like a big mad killing spree. Which I really like, so. He's really mad at us now. How could you defeat my undead army? I think he forgets that we're a hero. Or maybe he doesn't know we're a hero. Anyways, we're just gonna show him who's boss and completely humiliate him. Apparently I have a lot of resurrection vials, which is a good thing. Can't complain about that. Unfortunately, I don't have fire magic, which is kind of a bummer, because fire magic is the best thing to use against the undead. They're extremely weak against it, but... did I feed them all? Yes, I did.
I am your god. I am the bringer of darkness.
Uh-oh, he's going Super Saiyan on us. Alright, so now we can actually kill him. I guess he's used his evil worshipping powers to become a ghost or a shadow fighter or something. So, anyways, all you have to do here is defeat him. He has blade magic, as you've seen him use. And he's pretty damn fast. He's got a cool looking sword, actually. He can do some backflips, but overall he's really not that powerful. So, there we go. Cornelius Grimm is defeated, and that quest is completed. So, there we go.
We heard the fighting. Is it really over? Oh, thank you so much. The Temple of Shadows will never recover from this. We are saved. You are a holy champion, sent to us by the light itself. Thank you again.
Oh, you're very welcome. So for completing that quest, you get 750 renown points, as well as the Temple of Light seal, which is a trophy. With Cornelius Grimm dead, the Temple of Shadows will no doubt break up. You have rid Albion of a great evil. So, not only does this make good flourish in Albion, it also gets rid of the Temple of Shadows altogether. So, if you complete this quest, the Temple of Shadows quest will disappear, and vice versa. If you do the Temple of Shadows quest, then the Defenders of the Light will disappear. Obviously, you can't do both. It just doesn't work that way. So, anyhow, I think that's about it for this video. Next time, I'm going to hopefully show this quest in reverse, and I'm going to do the Temple of Shadows, and we're going to see how the Temple of Shadows story goes. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that I will see you next time.